Hello guys, welcome to another video. This is day 3 of KVK. We can see what I've been doing, have a look at the map and talk about what I think's gonna happen. First things first, of course. Who do we have sponsoring the video today? Hornets. All the hornets in the world have clubbed together with their little hands and antennae and whatever it is insects have and given me what can be described as a shed load of money to advertise them saying buy a hornet, rent a hornet today, 2 hornets for the price of 1, get your hornets, £1 a bowl. Evil little things, aren't they? Look at the top one. Ooh. Actually, on that note, we actually do have some news on a not really financial thing. You can now subscribe to the channel, which means you get some custom emojis and custom something else. I've yet to create the emojis, but I will be doing so because I enjoy doing that kind of thing. So if you fancy supporting the content, hit the subscribe button below. I'll update it and make it good in due course. But for now, as of today, so feel free to do so. As I said, we're in day 3 of KVK. Sadly, I haven't really been at home the last few days, so I've had limited time to play, but I've still done my fair share. We've got 12 Crusader achievements ready to pop. We are 244th on the honor roll with 8,000 points. We just have to get to not top anything. We have to get 130,000 honor points in total for the max rewards. I'm not going to be going for the skin because I don't think I'll get it. And it'll be a lot of work. I don't want to do that much barbarian chaining, especially without YSG. On the subject of YSG, there's a chance he comes out tomorrow. I don't think he does. I think it's Richard again tomorrow, but tomorrow's Tuesday. It's the Tuesday of MGE, so we shall see if he's released. Rock does some strange things sometimes, but I think it's going to be dear old Richard I, who I will not be getting. First things first then, let's get our Crusader achievements. You can see I've been barb killing. Doing some of this, doing some of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Resources, nothing particularly good at this stage. But I'd rather have them than not have them. Oh, we get a crystal key. Now, crystal key is a chance for me to say, oh, please can I get a purple piece of archer armor, and then not. So, please can I get a purple piece of archer armor, and then not. So at least it's consistent. We're sitting at 16 mil power. We've got plenty of speed ups, plenty of resources in the bag, ready to push when we have the opportunity to do so. I've been given 4th place in this MGE, which I don't like, El Cid. I don't want to get 19 million points for him. I'm going to do my best to score some points, but I really don't want to use my power, my boost to get my power up, etc., just for the benefit of El Cid. I hate him. He's my least favourite commander on the game. He's not even bad, but I don't like him. But hey-ho, we were given a lovely position. I'd like to thank everyone for giving it to me. I suppose I'm a full archer player. So those F2P, F2P Farmer and Spartak, so it makes sense that they're 1 and 2. We'll see how I get on. So we've been a few days in KVK now and things have started to take shape. We are here in the lovely kingdom of 59 with our main alliance. It's definitely the wrong button to click. Our second alliance are yonder, and our third alliance are even yonderer still. We are bordered by 58, who have 3 alliances in the Lost Kingdom. 4 with a 3 in a second fortress, so 3 alliances. We have 60, so we're against 58 and 60. 60 are here with 4 alliances, 5 alliances, and it's 4. I assume that's just 4 alliances, one of which has 2 forts. And then rather confusingly, 57 has brought everyone and their mom to the Lost Kingdom, which I think 3 and 4 alliances is perfect. Space becomes cramped eventually. They may regret that decision, but I have not been party to the logic behind it. So our allies are in the top left. We are going to be having a lot of runes fights. They start in about a week. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope OSG comes out tomorrow, even though I doubt it, because until then I'm going to be weak. But after then we'll be quite notably stronger, let's say. So as I said, rune fights in about a week. We'll be focusing, of course, on 60 plus 58, because they are our enemies. And it'll be interesting to see how we actually fare. There's been a lot of talking, a lot of people saying, oh, do you think we'll win? Oh, you guys are weak, we're strong, etc. What do I think is going to happen? Well, we'll have a look at the alliance power. We are the top ranking alliance. 60 has 2 and 3, which is, once you've got a 2 alliance set up like that, it's very strong. 58 has number 4, and then it's 57, followed by 58, and then it's our second alliance. So there it looks like our enemies have the advantage there. Where they certainly have the advantage is this one. We have 11 tier 5 players to this date, and 12 and 13 look like they're coming from 60. Oh no, this guy will get, these guys will be tier 5, I believe, at some point in the not too distant future. So it's shared 7-4 in favour of our enemies. The big problem, of course, being, if you look at 58's big 2 whales, I don't think resources of troops are going to be a big problem for them. If their commanders are set up correctly, which I've no doubt they will be, given that they're both clearly experienced players, I would say that 58 and 60 look like a strong pairing in this KVK, but as I always say, well, sometimes say, it's all about how active you are as a fighting alliance. We will see which alliances turn up when it's time to fight and which ones have players who are mysteriously offline for the killing part of the game. There are always quite a few, but that's a good way away yet. I think with the underdog, no bones about that, but the underdog often. It's about tier 5 first and foremost because they just smashed tier 4 in KVK1, but it's also about the activity of the players. So we shall see what our player activity is and what our enemy player activity is when the fighting starts. The runes fights are always a good indication. They're not always the strongest correlation with who's going to win, but you can get a pretty good idea of who's the stronger kingdom after the first set of runes fights. I see. So obviously we're pushing honor. We have the Runed Crusader Fortress opening in 24 hours. Luckily, I've been in kingdoms before where it's difficult to take them. It's quite. I think they made it easier with a recent update, but it's still KVK1. The Runed Crusader Fort is not easy, especially if you have no tier 5. We of course have a big tier 5 player, so we should be okay as long as we reinforce correctly and kill the Guardians. So that will come in about a day. We've got a couple of Runed Crusader camps. We've been continuing to pick up gems. I'm spending all my daily AP on barb killing at the moment. We can see I've finally started amassing a bag full of resources rather than just having to spend them all on the latest big building upgrade. In terms of speed ups, our building ones are very low, as you'd expect from having pushed to City Hall 25, but we have a decent selection of, firstly, healing, and secondly, more importantly, universal speed ups. At this stage of the game, I'm just going to be using my universal speed ups for research, unless there's something that requires it. In building, I'm not sure where anything is anymore. My Alliance Center's 25, right? Yep. And my archery range 25. I will get the barracks and the stable to 25 shortly, but I'm saving onto the gems for the next More Than Gems event, which hopefully is going to come this Saturday. 4 days away, 5 days away from now. I have enough gems to push my 50,000 into VIP. And we're 146,000 points away at the moment from VIP 12, and that second delicious gold head every day, and a nice little action point recovery and research speed bonus. That will be a big deal for this account. The big factor things we could be spending on in the interim is the YSG wheel. If it comes tomorrow, I will make sure I spin it to get YSG and then stop. I do not think the wheel is very good value, in my esteemed opinion and experience. But that could take 5 spins. It could take... well, it couldn't take any more than 25... well, it could actually. Hopefully it takes less than 25 spins. Hopefully it's less than 15,000 gems. That would mess with my priorities a little bit. Yeah, so as you can see, not much is happening in the Lost Kingdom yet, but this is always how it is. You get the calm before the storm, you can take the Runed Crusader Fortress, you start rebuilding it, get you 23 heads, do your whole killings things, and then you get into the fighting. We will be continuing to do Barbarians for now, because you do not get any honor points for level 5 or 4 Barbarian forts. Till the level 6 ones comes, it's inadvisable to do them from an honor perspective. So our castle is languishing at level 17 for now. That is going to be bigger and bigger priority as the game progresses. Once you get your academy to level 25, you can really feel that TP is a word I made up. What I meant to say was tier 5 is on the horizon, but we are nowhere near that yet. Not even at level 18, so it's a distant glimmer of thought in the horizon. I'll be back tomorrow or the day after with an update on how KVK is going, how I'm doing from an honor perspective. whether or not I've decided to push yet. For now, though, we're just getting ready for the big fight and hoping beyond hope I can finally find some archer equipment to go with the revival plate I pulled from a chest and the revival greaves I got from the 7k gem event. There's nothing archer equipment related from the KVK rewards, whether that's from the Crusader achievements, where it's all cavalry, which is frustrating for me, or as always from the Lost Canyon, which is all infantry. So archers are getting shafted. I'm saving for an iconic crystal. I've already got 2, but you can never have too many iconic crystals. Apart from that, I'll get the Call of the Loyal, as I mentioned, and then the rest of them don't really matter too much. I think I've reached as high as I can get, right? Probably beat this guy. So my 338 gold things an hour is about where we're going to get to. Maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. But I'm still not very strong. I'm still waiting for YSG to change my fortunes. But for now, almost 16 million power, plenty of speed up, plenty of time to grow. Let's hope we can pull a slight surprise out of the bag and win this KVK. Again, if you enjoy the content, you fancy joining as a member, I'd be eternally grateful. And until next time, I'll say goodbye to all. Sorry about the very effeminate hairstyle, but sometimes it's difficult to go to the barbers. See you next time.